Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Your home for all content, Lord of the Rings home. Glyphs. When are they coming? When are we getting them? Well, we've got this message from CG Heem in the official Discord here, and it says, I'll do you one better, providing all goes well and no last minute hiccups are encountered along the way. Glyphs are coming to the game this week. See, we are going to be getting Glyphs this week, and I can do you one better. Let's take a look at the calendar here. We have the Uders marquee. The Doggo marquee starts on the 7th. What does that mean for us and when Glyphs come? Well, that means that we are likely going to be getting a patch tomorrow or a patch on Wednesday. That way they can put Uders, hopefully Thorn as well, into the game. And that we'll be able to see their characters, the character models, all that sort of stuff. And coming along with that will be Glyphs. I suppose they could do Tuesday Glyphs, Wednesday Uders marquee, but I'm just going to assume that they're all going to kind of come in one big patch package, right? So this is going to be a massive update. So my bet is good that it's maybe going to be Tuesday. They can fix any problems they need to before the Uders marquee comes Thursday. So the next question, at least I asked myself, and I think a lot of other people will then ask themselves, well, it's Monday night. Should I be hoarding? It's a little late to be hoarding, but I think this is probably a little bit instructive and something I want to get across. So here is a copy of the Whalinator made by J. Randall and Torm DK. And this basically shows the breakdown. Just this little tab here shows the breakdown of how much energy you get per day just from sort of refreshing every 5 minutes, right? You refresh one energy every 5 minutes. 135 from the free energy refills, so 45 3 times a day. Obviously, you can refresh with gems, and that'll get you 120 energy there. And then you get 85 energy from objectives, 60 from doing 3 light campaign missions, and then 25 from opening a bonus chest, right? So what I want to point out here, though, is that 135, let's just do the math, 135 plus 85 is 220, which is actually less than 288. So in this case, obviously, I think it's a little too late to start hoarding like something like energy. Well, pretty much hoard anything, but start hoarding something like energy. I don't think you should be hoarding energy. I think there are very specific players who will hoard energy, and they can. So I think players who like aren't character shard farming because they have like all the characters in the game, they can hoard energy, right? Because they aren't going to disrupt any of their current character shard farms. But if you are character shard farming, I think you should still keep character shard farming. Don't just build up that supply of energy because you're missing out on over half of it from just normal energy daily regeneration. Over the course of the day, you get more than half of the energy in your account from that. So, you know, if we ever have to do something like this again in the future, I think this is something to consider. Instead of doing energy, what I think you should do is, I do think you should hoard gold and gems. I think those are good things to hoard. So if you're worried about not having enough energy for Glyphs when Glyphs are going to come out, which is either probably Tuesday or Wednesday this week, maybe dial back on your campaign refreshes so that you maybe can't get as much gear, but you're still getting your character shards. Save those gems. And then when something like Glyphs does drop and you're worried about energy, you've got the extra gem income or gem stockpile essentially to get that Glyphs train started and rolling. Gold, I think, is another one to obviously stockpile just because that's the primary resource for Glyphs. So if you haven't started stockpiling those, maybe hold off on spending any of that. You know, and if it doesn't come out on Tuesday, then maybe you'll have at least a little bit of a nest egg for Wednesday. But just wanted to kind of share that little bit of math. I don't personally think, especially for 99.999% of people, that it's worth stockpiling energy like this, because I do think it's important to continue doing character shard farms. I've briefly discussed in a past video whether it's worth stopping character shard farms at the start when Glyphs drop, and we can revisit that when glyphs do drop, just to see kind of what their drop rate is. But I don't think anybody really has the answer to that at the moment. We know that glyphs are supposed to be dropping at like the same rate as character shards, but we need to take that into consideration with also all the other ways we should be getting glyphs, through the raids, through the bonus chests, through, you know, other means, and then determine whether it's worth just dedicating all of your energy to that for a small amount of time and then stopping your character shard farms there. So we won't know that until the update hits. Short video for me, just wanted to give you a heads up. If you didn't see this in the official Discord, I feel like it should be bigger news, but that's all for me. Thanks for watching. Take it easy.